I think we seem to have changed sentiment at least in the course of the last week or 10 days. I think the bank recapitalization, things like that now behind us. I think looks like sentiment is really picked up.
Ajay, if I could ask you quickly, as you touched upon the recapitalization bond that the government has just announced, clearly it's going to change the way the whole of NPA issue is tackled on one hand, and secondly also players like you, clearly it's going to be a much more stiff competition from MBFE's perspective. How do you see this?
Well, I think it's a little early to comment. I think lots more has to happen for us to get clarity in terms of how it will work out. But I think it's good for the economy as a whole. And I think anything that's good for the economy as a whole, as a player in the economy, we should welcome.
And Ajay, quickly if I could touch upon, how do you see the credit growth? Clearly first 6 months has been challenging, demonetization, then GST. Clearly next 6 months is where do you see the economic once again gaining the momentum?
Yes, I do think so. I think you will start seeing the economy regaining momentum. I think GST and demonetization, as you said, happened together. But I think things are starting to pick up. And I think the key is really to look for private investment to kickstart. And we're hoping that will kickstart as well as a result of all that's been happening.
And clearly from the market perspective, lastly I could ask you, market seems to be on a bull phase. Clearly India is one of the attractive markets perhaps for the opportunities and the kind of returns. How do you see this momentum continuing? Because clearly at the time when economy is not doing well, but markets seem to be discounted many factors and clearly people are pumping in the money.
Yeah, I think it's a mix of two things. I think firstly it's a global phenomenon driven by liquidity as such. So to some extent it's liquidity driven. But I also think the market is clearly expecting that earnings will catch up. And therefore this is almost an advanced acceptation of the earnings picking up. So I think the test is going to be that earnings come through over the course of the next half year or so.
And last question, clearly you are on a new journey, Aditya Birla Capital, a new baby in the exchange space. How it's been, and clearly FY18 would be a new chapter for you?
Yes, I think we got listed on September 1st, so it's really just a month and a bit since we've been listed. But it is a very exciting new chapter in our life.